Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we managed to get our stuff back as well as, well, we have a lot of power with this guy, and we were working on, well, the near future. So what were we doing last episode? We made Awakened Draconium, that's right, and then started growing our nether star seeds, which are 10. I have a bunch of seeds that we can't do anything with. My inventory is full. We'll get to that in a moment. But the nether star seeds are all 10. We have a handful of them. It's great. We can't do much with them yet because this is about the most we can make. This is something I should probably move. We might move this to the last millennium after a little bit, just so it's kind of automatic and all that kind of fun stuff, but we have some exciting things to do today. So I have been prepping this for quite a while, been making a lot of, making a lot of steel, and actually have a ton of iron over here because rich slag, I discovered a recipe for rich slag that is kind of nice. There's actually two. One's not as important, but you can get rich slag from clocks, and you get the gold back. So basically, you exchange redstone for a chance to get rich slag. But the other thing that works is, where are they? There they are. Compasses. So you can use compasses for the same purpose, and we get compasses from the mob farm. So I have basically cleared out our entire stock. I'm down to 43. We had something like 700 when I started, so yeah, we used a lot. But that worked pretty well to give us 4 stacks of glowing magnoloy, because we're gonna need that much. So we are going to be working on getting the DireCrafting Table today. That is the plan. It is what, 8 million RF. That's not terrible. I taught the system, by the way, how to make machine frame resonance other than the zombie electrode. That might be something we automate later. I don't know. Haven't decided that yet. But let's get started with a couple of things. So first thing we need to do, we need to make an ME controller. And in order to do that, we need to do one of these. I still had some osmium crystals left over. I was looking at the stuff. I was planning on making them and found that, oh wait, we still have some of the stuff. But we need a bunch of things. So we need another ME controller, which is why I made the machine frame, which again is auto-craftable for the most part. The only thing that's not is the zombie electrode, but that's fine. And there is the ME controller. We have the double compressed crafting table. So let's go ahead and put these two things in here, because they are the first 2 of 4 ingredients. So the next thing we need is awaken cores, and this is what we need all of this stuff for. So we're going to need glowing magnoloy, blue gems, and a bunch of draconium. We're going to need a lot of draconium, actually. So I went ahead and I set up the draconium essence in our farm, and that should make things very easy to get just a bunch of draconium, which, hold up, do we actually have access to that quest yet? I don't believe we do. It is down here in Lambda. Yeah, we don't have access to that yet, but once we do, we'll have a bunch of quests there completed, because of the nature of this. So there is a stack of draconic cores. Whew, that is a lot, because we need 4 awakened cores, which is going to require some awakened draconium. In fact, 16 of it. So the next thing we need to do is make a ton of nether stars. We're going to need a lot of nether stars for this. And half a stack is actually not quite enough, but pretty close. I think it's actually, is it more or less? I don't know. Anyways, we use the draconic cores to make the next thing, which is the wyvern cores. So 16 of those, and then these get turned into 1, 2, 3, 4 awaken cores. So all that stuff we're going to have to, the problem with this mod pack and not awaken draconium, but in a sense the problem with this mod pack and Draconic Evolution is almost nothing from Draconic Evolution is EMCable, which is something we're going to get into today. So Draconium ingots are going to be a pain because we're going to need the essence. There's not really any other way around it. There are a couple of ways much later, but we're not there yet. So 4 awakened cores go in there, and the last ingredient is probably the easiest of those two. Easiest one was obviously the compressed crafting table. And actually, I would consider the crystal matrix ingots pretty easy. We need 8 of these, and it's just going to be more nether stars. So we're going to need half a stack of these. You know what? Let's just make a stack, because who cares? They have EMC. We're getting very, very close to EMC stuff, so we need 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can put this stuff back. And that is another quest that we can't actually do anything with because it's in Mew. So we still have to complete more quests. But anyways, we can put that in there. And now we have the DireCrafting Table. So this is going to take a little bit of time. But while it does, I've been working with the farming station, still getting more seeds and stuff. Something I want to make note of is this is going to change eventually. I'm still going to have the basic setup, but once I get all the essences, I'm going to probably move all these around and upgrade them all. Which, speaking of which, I did go ahead and upgrade, like iron can now store a lot more stuff, gold, diamonds. I made some increases to a lot of these guys, just as I saw fit. The upgrades are actually pretty cheap now, so we'll eventually make emerald upgrades for everything, just so we can store basically as much of everything that we want. Something else that needs to be said, these guys use a lot of power, so I'm not quite ready to have these guys continue working, but we're up to 15 quintuple, which is not bad, but could be better. Now, what do we need for this? Do we need anything too difficult? We need vibranium. I've been struggling the last couple of episodes trying to remember how to get a lot of villagers, and unfortunately there's not a good way. However, couple of things to say. So villagers are disabled from both the soulbinder and through the auto spawner, as we've seen. The soulbinder for making different mob spawners is super expensive anyways. Once you make the broken spawner, to combine it with a powered spawner, it requires 300 levels, so good luck with that anyways. But there are ways to get villagers. So one of the ways, and this is the way I had seen, if you're familiar with the YouTuber Ethos Lab, which if you've watched Minecraft for any amount of time, you probably know who that is. He played through this mod pack, and I watched his playthrough, and how he did it was zombie villagers. And you can cure them, and in fact, if you cure them and capture them while they're like transforming, it actually keeps that like metadata, I guess, and you can auto spawn them that way. And so you would auto spawn basically a curing zombie villager who will then become a villager. That is perfectly acceptable. But I think the way we're going to go about this is slightly different. So first of all, let's get some sacred rubber sapling. Yeah, let's get mega rubber saplings. Let's get a mega rubber sapling. Let's grab, I don't know exactly how to do this, but we're going to try our best to figure it out. I know vaguely how to do this. Let's get some bone meal. And let's go, actually let's grab our villager, the last villager, in fact, and we're going to go to the mining dimension. So why here? Well, a couple reasons. So first of all, can we store locations here? We can. Cool. Perfect. I guess let's go right over here. Nope, King Slime. let's go this way then. So there's a nice little clearing right here. Let's make a gigantic tree. For no reason other than I want a lot of wood. Cool, perfect. So we should be able to just do one of these. Eat up all of our hunger. And we're gonna pick up all this stuff. So there's obviously still stuff up here. Plenty of wood and stuff. A lot of the... Actually, not that much wood. Looks like a lot of it's gone. So we can break the leaves. And let's just go ahead and... For one, bag of holding. Put all the rubber away. Put a lot of this stuff away. And then we can go ahead and grab the rest of this wood. Hopefully. Most of it anyways. And yeah, so these leaves should decay relatively soon. Hopefully. And the only reason I did this was we were kind of low on wood anyways, so I kind of wanted to grab some more. But we're going to make a village. We're going to make an artificial village. Woo! Alright. So I don't think all of these little mobs don't really spawn here anyways. In fact, mob spawning might be turned off for the most part here. I actually don't know. Anyways, let's put all the rubber away. Cool. So we're just gonna make a couple stacks of sap of wood. Let's get a crafting table. And we're just going to make a little bit of a village. So we're going to want doors. We're going to want a lot of doors. So let's get like that many. I guess let's just make a door and then recipe. Alright, interesting. If you use other types of woods, you get different amounts. So there's like a bunch of doors. Cool. Now we're going to want a bunch of fences. So fences are luckily pretty cheap. And all we need to do at this point is fence off a nice big area. Because I don't want these villagers leaving. These are pretty much the only villagers that I have access to easily. So we're going to want to make sure they're safe from harm, just in case there is any harm that can come to them. I seriously doubt it, but you never know. And now is the part where I'm not entirely sure the best way to go about this, but we're going to figure it out. So let's grab a bunch more wood, and we're going to make a house or two. And I know that these need to be so tall, they have to have like light sources and stuff like that, and they're going to be ugly. I actually don't know if they need to have full walls or not. I was going to look up the villager spawning stuff, and I kind of forgot. I'll be honest. But we'll just make a house. We'll make it pretty. We'll put some torches in here. And then we're going to put a bunch of doors. And I don't know if we need to have... We'll do 2 doors. And then I believe what we can do is have doors on the outside as well. And I believe as long as they have a block like so. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know villager spawning mechanics I was gonna look it up, and I couldn't, and I kind of forgot to. So I will kind of mess with this if it doesn't work as like I want it to. But basically, what we're gonna do, you know what, we'll do another one. We'll do another row over here, and same thing. And around the back, why not? I don't think it matters, but we'll see if this works. Anyways, we'll put lights around, and then we're gonna do probably the most dangerous thing, and that is spawn in the last villager. So hopefully he will start spawning more villagers in. And now is the problem I'm gonna probably run into. Actually, not too bad. We can chunk load these. And so this area is now chunk loaded. And last thing I want to do is just make a chest to store some stuff in. And we'll come back later near the end of the episode and see if we have any more villagers or anything like that. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, if it doesn't work, I will, between this episode and next, I will go ahead and look at the spawning mechanics and all that kind of stuff for villagers and artificial villages in general, and deal with that. So yeah, all right. Next thing to do is our DireCrafting table finished. That is the main question. So we have a bunch of raw rubber. Just dump that all in there. It's probably getting voided. Don't really care. And of course we get a thunderstorm. As soon as I send those villagers in, we get a thunderstorm. So we need to sleep. Because I believe that will still affect the other world, the mining dimension, and we don't want that. So rubber wood. Actually, you've used up all the rubber wood that was in here, so we're gonna go ahead and throw that all in there so it start producing more wood for us. And yeah, why is my FPS tanking? Anyways, let's see if the DireCrafting table is finished. It should be. It should be in the system. Haha, we have a DireCrafting table. Now, we cannot duplicate these. That is good to know. We're going to break this right... Oh, that was glowstone. Guess we're going to break this one. And we're going to put the DireCrafting table right here. Awesome. So our first of, well, eventually many. And it's just a 9x9 crafting table. So with that done... the first thing we need to make is a Philosopher stone. But then one of the, here soon what we'll be making is the energy condenser, which is an amazing item that is going to be amazing. So before we start working on the Philosopher stone, let's go ahead and move these guys to the other dimension, to the last millennium. And this will just kind of be temporary. We will kind of set up everything a little bit better later, but all we have to do is put the Awakened Draconium right here, both of these guys, and they will grow there. So just to kind of get more stuff, as you can see, I made more cows because we were really running low on the Zephyrium Orothium, which we are now full on. Awesome. It requires a lot of stuff for the thing, the glowing Magnoloy. So with that taken care of, this empty? Yes. Alright, so next thing is, like I said, the Philosopher's Stone. So what is required for the Philosopher's Stone? A lot of things. We need thorium rods, which we already have. We also have some energetic alloy blocks. So the thorium rods go in the corners here, and now this will store items as well, so that's kind of nice. We're going to need the center 3, so these, we're going to need more energetic alloy, which we have exactly enough for that. 1, 2. Alright, in the dead center is our soul crystal, which we're going to need more of those later. This is used for a couple of recipes, in fact 2. So one for the Philosopher Stone, and then one for the Wand of Animation, which is a really good way to get a lot of really good stuff. Like this for Vibranium, we can actually get the blocks and animate them. You'll see that later, because we're going to do that. But then, what else are we going to need? We're going to need 4 molecular assemblers. So, can we make that? Make 4 of you. We can. Cool. That'll take a little bit, but we'll be fine. We're also going to need a bunch of dark steel balls, and that should not be too much of an issue if we just tell it to make like 30 dark steel. That'll literally just take some time. Nothing too difficult there. We're going to need some enchanted gravitite, which we should be able to do. Let's see, how much orange plastic? So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 14 orange plastic. We can go grab that. And it looks like pretty much the only thing we're going to be... Alright, so that is full. This needs coal and heat, which is just more coal. So let's just grab a bunch of coal and pop down here. So you require pressure, you require coal, and yeah, this should take next to no time. Do you have speed upgrades? You do. Let's throw speed upgrades in you. That way you go faster. And once we have enough temperature, alright, so just put a stack of you guys in there. And this is making plastic, so we can make 14 plastic. So 1, cool, 14 plastic. Let's take this out. We'll leave that in there because that doesn't really matter as much. And just make sure there's plenty of stuff, and it will start filling up this guy. That's a thing we're gonna have to do eventually anyways. I got really scared there. I double clicked and didn't fly. So it's 5, 5, and like this. Alright, we're gonna need 6 spirit binders. So we're gonna need 6 more nether stars. That is gonna be a little bit, but shouldn't be too bad. We'll get to that later. We're gonna need 2 advanced PCBs. So we have 15 unassembled. And in order to make the advance, we need a printed circuit board, redstone alloy, yellow. Alright, so redstone alloy. So let's get the advanced PCBs. Advanced PCBs, where are you? Right there. They look weird. So we need 4 each, so we just need 8. What else do we need? We need 4 yellow plastic and compressed iron. So 8 of those as well. And then we need the printed circuit board, so we're going to need transistors and capacitors. So we're going to need 3 more capacitors, so 1, 2, 3. And transistors, which I can't remember how to make those either. So redstone alloy and compressed iron. Compressed iron. This times 6. Redstone alloy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what do we need for the capacitors? More compressed iron. So 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we just need plastics. So I believe it was 3 light gray for capacitors. Yes. Or no, it's just normal gray, isn't it? 3 gray. Yes. And then 6 cyan. So 1, 2, 3. And 6 of those. And then for these we need 8 yellow, which we might actually already have. I didn't check to see if we had any plastics. Cool, we already have the yellow plastics. So we had some grays, but that's whatever. Fun thing about plastic is you can actually remelt them into this. You can just put them in here, and if there's enough temperature in there, it will melt it down. So we'll put all that in there. It'll all pop off. Oh, right, you need those. Alright, we'll take those. You know, let's grab that other crafting table. Crafting station. And we'll put it down here because that would be nice to have. In fact, I'm just going to put it right there. It'll be fine. So luckily this is shapeless. But now we can throw these after we turn our magnet off and turn all this stuff in there and get the 2 advanced PCBs. Alright, cool. Now, was that ever a quest in the mechanism area? Or, what was it? Iota? No. Epsilon? It was Epsilon. Was that ever a quest in here? No, we already did all the Matacraft stuff. Now, something else we're going to have to do, and this is going to be fun. So let's get Temperio Essence. We're going to take a stack of this stuff. And this destroyed our power last time, so we're going to have to keep an eye on it. But, yeah, we need to get a lot of Demon Steel. So that's what we're going to do. Anyways, we have the PCBs. Where do these go? Center here. Alright, do we have the molecular assemblers? Yes. And do we have some dark steel? We do. Do we have enough? I don't know. Let's get like 15. So these go in the corners. And the dark steel goes around, so there's 3, 6, 7. So we need 28. Alright. So we'll just do this. Cool. Actually making decent progress. Okay. So get rid of that. Let's go ahead and... Can we sleep? We probably can't sleep. Nope. Let's see. What else do we have? Enchanted Gravitite. Alright, so that's not too bad. Do we have any more Gravitite ore? No. But there is a secret. There's a secret. We have this digital miner. And we actually have a lot of power over here. So, what we can do is just come grab one of these. These are almost filled. Close enough. We have our amazing digital miner. And let's go. There's a lot of zombies there. Okay. Let's go to the Aether. Actually, let's not on the Blood Moon. Let's go back and check on our village. Do we have more villagers? Did my design work, or do I need to improve on it? I probably need to improve on it. Please tell me that at least the one villager is there. Okay, he's still here. You know what? Let's grab more doors. And there, you have a closet now. I don't know how it works. But whatever. Hopefully we can get more villagers soonish though, so we can, you know, get more villagers. Alright, so Spirit Binder, we're going to need a good bit of this stuff. Since we don't have that much. Actually, it's only 4, isn't it? We're going to make 2 more Gaia Spirit ingots, and we're going to go fight the Gaia Guardian at some point. We have good armor. He wasn't really that difficult. Especially because our weapons are pretty good. But let's see, what else are we going to need for this? Just the Demon Steel, and then the this stuff, which is a pain. We're going to need a lot of Solarium. Does the system know how to make Solarium? No. Alright, so I think we can pop down here. We don't have much Soul Sand. Do we have a lot of Nether Essence? Not really. Because how do we make Soul Sand again? Uses. Oh, it's a circle. So we can make some Soul Sand like that. But I'm also making Solarium Essence right now, so we'll let this process. And by the time I have villagers, because we are going to need 4 Vibranium, and that's going to require 8 villagers. That's terrible. And a lot of RF. So, just so you guys know, that's something that we're going to have to deal with. We have Demon Steel of the 4th magnitude. We're going to need a lot of Demon Steel. This stuff is kind of nasty to get, but we have 4th magnitude. Let's take the rightmost. And what do we have? Greater reward bag. Ooh, printed. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. I just made those. That's fine. Printed circuit boards are actually kind of nice to have. Anyways, so do we have any more Demon Steel in here? We do. First. So there's 2 of the second, and we have another one of the second. So second, third, fourth. We're gonna need a lot more Tempero Essence. Zavicio, Temperio. We have 25. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. We can make a lot more. Is the Master Infusion Stone in here? It is. Alright, so we'll put those in there. There's another stack and a half. We're going to take 2 out there just because of even numbers. In fact, just kind of deal with this later. We're going to want more diamonds processing. So let's get a stack of these into the enrichment chamber. Yes. And there's more of the 1st magnitude. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the 2 tier 8s. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. We can let that kind of run. Where's the moon at? Okay, it's almost day. Once it's day, we're going to go to the Aether and get the Gravitite. And what else are we going to need? That's pretty much it. Do we have the ectoplasm? We should. We have 26. Ooh, that's not that much. That is enough, but we're probably going to want more. Spirit, nope. Okay, so nether stars. 2, 3, 4, 6. With 6 nether stars. Okay, so that's good. You know what? Let's do 2 things. Let's get a safari net. And the reason I want a safari net is we're gonna try to go get a couple of things. So first of all, I think it's time for us to go kill the guy guardian a couple of times. Just go ahead and put this stuff away for now. So let's go kill the guy guardian. Let's grab some apples of some sort. Let's see, we have jeweled apples, diamond apples. I guess we'll take... I guess we'll take jeweled apples. That'll be fine. We have the wither rose. We have far reach. Don't we want our... No, we want speed more than anything else. So let's go fight the guy guardian. So we need 24 things. So I'm going to keep the safari net just in case we can get the thing. The spirit. I want to try to capture a spirit. Alright, so let's, oh my gosh. Yeah, knockback is usually better, but I think I like speed. Let's go ahead and eat a jeweled apple. The pixies are like the worst thing that he does. Yeah, it's the guy guardian. Apologies because this fight does typically get a little loud. Oh my gosh. I do have the Ring of Far Reach. Do I have to have mana in my inventory? I think I do. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is really annoying. But luckily, because our sword is very strong, we need to just kind of go in circles, dodge the pixies, and hope for the best. So, come on. There we go. This isn't that difficult. Oh my gosh, the sheep. It's just really annoying. He's doing a decent amount of damage to our armor. But, yeah. And we have knockback now on our sword. I guess it's kind of cool. I'd like more damage, but can't get everything. Alright, so come over here. Not there. And there we go. Got a couple hits. This guy isn't that bad. He's not really doing any damage to us. Which I'm not entirely sure why he's not doing damage. I guess our armor is that good. But we're almost to the phase of summon everything. Let's meet another apple. These things are cheap. They're just apples and diamonds, so who cares? Minecraft game where you don't care about diamonds. Alright, where'd he go? We do have strength with this as well, which is kind of nice. Oh my gosh. Come on. Ow. Stop it with the pixies. I think that's what those are. I actually don't know. It's the wand of the wand of the reservoir thing. Anyways, this is when we come back here and we shoot everything. And then eventually we might get those, which we can't fly because of the nature of this fight, but please give me the spirit. Alright, well this isn't working. And now it's a lot more dangerous. Alright, let's kill these guys. And unfortunately the skeletons in the water are really annoying. But everything else kind of died, so who cares? Oh my god, where'd he go? I like how the music stopped. Anyway, so I should be almost dead. Wow. Come on. Let's just shoot these guys. Ignore him for a moment. And please. How's our armor? Our armor's okay. Please stop hitting me with those things. And you should be dead. There we go. He's dead now. Unfortunately, we didn't get to capture a spirit. Now, that's something that's not too much of an issue. We might be able to get one from something else. But let's take a look real quick. So we'll put everything away. Not the loot bag, because if we can help it. So we got 16. So I'm gonna have to fight him again. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm not gonna have you guys watch. So let's open this. We got Ring of Thor. Not bad, not like super great. But I'll tell you guys what. Let's go ahead and end the episode off here. After we get the gravitite. I forgot. I want to do that real quick. That will not be too much of an issue. So let's just fly over here. Get rid of all this stuff. And we can make a few of these spirit binders. So we can make 4. We can still summon the Guardian one more time with our Gaia Spirit Ingots. All that stuff I don't really care about, but we can go ahead and do this. Cool. How are we for Temperio? Alright, that is stopped, but we can just do that. Alright, so I'm going to do some math and figure out how much Temperio we need to turn into Demon Steel to get what we want. But let's go ahead and let's see. Let's grab our stuff, store our levels, switch our inventory around, and let's go to the Aether. So what we want to do with, actually, real quick, what kind of cow are you? Heavy oil. Alright. Fire water. Don't care about that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go find a little bit of gravitite and then add that to the list. So we can just digitally mine it. It'll be easier. It'll be faster. It'll be better. Alright, so just fly over here-ish. I guess, actually, we don't even need to do that. We should be able to just kind of set this up somewhere. Now, the digital miner works in so many chunks. There is a limit to how like far it goes. But we can do this. Configure, new filter, mod ID. I guess it's... Hey. Why am I still taking damage? Just kill these guys. Configure new filter, mod ID Aether. And nothing. Okay. We need to reset, configure. Is it Aether 2? Start. Stop. I realize that's a bad idea. Reset, configure. Delete that. Alright, so let's just grab all the ores that we want. And then we'll come back over there and grab the thing. So we're going to want Zanite. And then we're going to want Gravitite. So Gravitite likes to hang out down below. There's some right there. And so what we can do now is we can set up filters for all three and then not worry about it ever again. We'll just get what we need. You're a cockatrice, aren't you? No, that's a moa. That's right, I forgot the moas can be that color. I always had trouble differentiating between the cockatrices and the guys, whatchamacallits. Okay, so we'll get that, and it's going to give us the gemstones, which is fine. I don't know that the ore is useful by itself. No. And it's also going to give us ambrosium, which again, the ore isn't useful by itself, so who cares? So we can just let this run. I'm going to put a temporary waypoint here. And we'll come back for this later. So that should be pretty much everything. So that'll give us the enchanted gravitite. We'll have to make that. That's not that big of a deal. I need to get the rest of the demon steel. That shouldn't be too much harder. I just need to do some math. I got to figure out how many it requires. And then the other two spirit binders, I'm going to kill the Gaia Guardian again off camera. Maybe twice if I have to. And then just villagers. So I will make sure that the villager spawner is up and running and working like we need it to. And that will be that. So you're a cockatrice, aren't you? Alright, and you are. And I kind of want to kill these guys to see if I can't get a spirit to spawn. So let's just kill a couple of these. And no spirits so far. Yeah, there's a lot of these guys, and they give you nausea. No spirits. Okay. So I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna kind of wait around. And then next time we will make the Philosopher Stone and start working on the next thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot of work done, and we are so close to breaking into some of the coolest parts of this mod pack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!